what do you think a guy like a Luke McCaffrey, if you've watched any of his like films so far now that he's been selected, or even a Jahan Dotson can do to come in and be immediate impacts within this offense to help out a young quarterback in the Jayden Daniels?
Just dive into that playbook, man. Every year, one of the things I had, it wasn't a luxury when I looked at it, but now I look back on it, it was a luxury. I've had to learn a lot of different offenses. You know what I mean? I had to learn a lot of different quarterbacks. From college, I had four different quarterbacks, and then you fast forward to the league. Every year, every 2 years, it seemed like I was learning a different offense. So it's one of those things, man. When you play ball, you get accustomed to just doing what you do. Now, the routes are all going to be similar. Every different, West Coast, Air Raid, whatever you want to call it, they're going to have different styles of running those routes. But when you've been doing that since, your younger years of, being a young, Pee Wee football, if you play receiver for the most part throughout those years of playing ball, period, you're going to be familiar with it. So it's all about just learning the terminology and then getting comfortable with how they might want you to sharpen this route or, round this route. So that's something that should come second nature. But the thing that doesn't come second nature is just diving into that playbook. It got to be about you. It got to be how you want to, perceive what you got and, receive what you got. I think most of the time when you have veterans like Dotson's now, he's a veteran. It's going to be his third year, right? Then you have Terry, who's, all pro. He's a guy, he's a pros amongst pros. When you have those guys in the room, it shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be a hard curve. But I think it's always going to be challenging just around this time now just to get into it because they're giving you so much at a fast pace. It's going to be one of those things is how much can they, take in now before come training camp when they're really going to need to be going, in a fast pace.
And Santana, I kind of wanted to ask you one from the Jayden Daniels standpoint. Now, I look at you and Terry, y'all are very similar in how you all lead. You all kind of lead with your ability. Like you weren't the loudest dudes out there, but bringing in a rookie quarterback like this in a Jayden Daniels. Now, I know he's going to have his quarterback coaches in the quarterback room, but how does the receiver, what does that look like from their standpoint in helping him grow with them as far as developing their relationship with the chemistry and also kind of just helping him adjust to things in the league from a receiver standpoint?
That's a great question. I think one of the things about him already, he's a leader. I mean, you watch every interview with Jayden Daniels, man. He's a guy who's well spoken. He understands playing that position. He's the guy. One of the things about quarterbacks, you find out early if he's going to be a guy that's going to take command of that huddle. And I've seen that already. He's a guy that's very familiar with being that guy. And it's not going to take for him to come in there and say, I'm going to look at this receiver so I can, or they have to give me a little, leeway or whoever it may be who's the veteran of that huddle, give him that, I guess you can say green light to say he's the guy. No, they're going to already say, look, this is your offense. Lead us, show us the way. But it's going to take for a guy like Terry or any receiver or anybody who's a veteran, whether it's the tight end or running backs, to go out there and just be productive and be open, get into the spot where he's going to find you and make sure that you're doing your job. Because the better you do your job, the better things going to be for him. And I think that's probably one of the things that he have that's going to be on the easier side when it comes to getting equipped to the NFL level. He have enough veterans around him. As long as those guys up front hold up, which that's going to be something that we're going to have to pay close attention to, I think we have enough interior guys that we can be, I guess you can say, speak high about. But now we have to make sure that, our newly tackled left tackle is going to be solid and just make sure the offensive line as a whole hold up. But as long as those guys do their job, the guys in the backfield are going to protect. Those guys outside, their job is just to be open, be in the spot that he needs you to be in, because when he give you that chance to get that ball, the best way to allow him to, I guess you can say, turn that corner or turn that curve is catching the ball and making a play. And if you make plays for him, it's going to make his job that much easier.